Oh yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, Prince Blue. Real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, Prince Blue. Talk that, talk that, talk that, coach, coach, talk that, talk that, talk that, coach, coach, talking entertainment too. Look, we are not the same as you. Look, we don't need a thing, just you. Just make sure the gang come through.
What is going on, everybody? What is up? It is Real Time with Prince Blue. I am your host, Real Time with Prince Blue. And this is episode 90. 90 episodes of this podcast. Most people don't make it 5. Most people don't make it 1. I made it 90, and it's all to you. Thanks to everybody that's listening. I hope everybody's doing well. Tropical Debbie is hitting a lot of people. I'm in North Carolina, so it's hitting us pretty good with rain and stuff like that. So I hope everybody's safe. Please check on your loved ones. Stay indoors unless it's an absolute emergency. Don't do what Bill Cosby did. Don't let your wife do to Bill Cosby what Claire did. Remember that episode Thanksgiving when they kept sending him out for stuff and he would have to drive like 40-50 miles for eggs, pumpkin pie in the can and all that stuff, and then finally towards the end he was wet and it was just in time for prayer and all that stuff. Classic episode. But please, I say all that to don't let anybody make you go outside if you don't have to go outside. Everybody stay safe, stay dry. But yeah, like I said, this episode 90. If you're indoors and you're spending time with me, I appreciate that to the most. This episode is called Real Talk because pretty much it's just gonna be me being real about some things that I've seen the past couple weeks and across social media, just out and about in the world, a couple topics that have come up. So I'm going to give you my unabashed opinion, my truth, the way I feel, and we're going to talk about it, and then we're going to have fun this hour because, you know, with everything that's going on in the world, let's just have a little bit of fun. There's going to be some serious topics in here, but I'm going to give it to you in the only way I can, which is with a little bit of humor. I'll let you know when it's getting serious, or you'll be able to tell because I'll probably be frothing at the mouth and all that stuff. But yes, please, thank you for coming. Please remember, go to my page, make sure you link, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we will be back after this first message.
Summer is here. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com. We got all of your summer needs covered. From bathing suits to swim trunks, flip-flops and tote bags, towels, tanks, and muscle shirts. Oh, and you can't forget about the visors and the hats. It's lit. So head on over to ajsrantroom.com and get your summer poppin'. You won't be disappointed.
All right. So my intro is pretty simple. It's going to be, why are people so afraid to have an opinion that's different than the norm, whatever the norm is? All over social media, people are being bullied for their opinions. And I think it's time that people across all walks of life learn that it is very short. And so whatever impact you think you have on what people are going to do or say, it's irrelevant at the end of the day because people are going to do what they want to do. Now, people may change their direction, whether it be money, power, shame, embarrassment, fame, or whatever the case may be. But I'm more on this level. How can I word this? If it's not genuine, like, you know, when people apologize, if it's not genuine, why does it matter? Like, is that the skin you feel? Does that make you feel good that you made somebody apologize even though they don't feel like there's nothing behind the apology? And recently, for those who don't know, Harrison Butker, the Chiefs kicker, he just signed the biggest contract for a kicker ever. Why does this matter? Well, remember, Harrison was at the sites of cancel mafia for some opinions he had on women in the workforce, family, at his alma mater. Well, let's see how each side handled the news of Harrison Butker signing his record-breaking deal.
I'm just checking in this evening. Hope everyone's, what is today? Monday. Hope everyone's Monday went well. Hey, Harrison Butker, you know, that kicker that spoke at a college recently, and he told basically every female in the audience, all the college graduates, that anything they just learned at the college was a complete lie, and that they were going to be more, I forgot how he put it exactly, but they were going to be better off basically being housewives. He just got his contract extension for the Kansas City Chiefs. He is now the highest paid kicker in the NFL. It was actually hard for me to say that. Man, I'll tell you, just goes to show you, he's not even that good of a kicker. I mean, he really isn't. Hey, people are going to disagree with this, but just goes to show you that no matter what you do off the field in the NFL, as long as you can produce something.
So a lot to unpack in that video. The first thing is, if you're going to say something about somebody, be accurate in your facts. The reason why he's the highest paid kicker in the NFL, because he's among the best kickers in the NFL. 1, 2, 3, pick them. It's either him, Justin Tucker, or Jake Elliott of the Philadelphia Eagles. Pick one. So you're wrong there. And then you're very emotional. I don't know who you're pandering to. I don't know your situation. I don't know if you have a man, woman, whatever the case may be. But this is the problem I have with the men today. And I'm speaking to men. You think as if you showing any type of masculinity, it's going to make you this monster. Like, you're going to be out here, you're going to be a predator, you're going to be disrespectful to women, and you're going to be disgusted, and you're going to be disliked by women. That's not the case. It's okay to be masculine. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right if you have certain views of what you want your woman to be. Now, if you want all women to be a certain way, now you have to deal with that consequence. Well, guess what? You're not going to deal with all women. You're going to deal with the woman that you are with. When the woman that I deal with, my wife, I had a certain criteria, and she met it. She had a certain criteria, and I met it. And that's okay. Harrison Butker was speaking at his alma mater about his religion, his relationship with his wife, and his opinions on how he views women, in particularly his wife. And then you were absolutely wrong in what he said. And you know what? I love facts because you were wrong. So I have pulled up what Harrison Butker actually did say. This is what he said. He said, and I quote, graduates directly in attempt to counter. He said that some of the things that women have been told recently are the most diabolical lies ever. More than professional achievements, he said, women should be excited to take on the vocation of homemaker, using his own wife, Isabel Butker, as an example. He shared that his wife's life really started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother, and later said Isabel's dream of having a career might not have come true, but if you asked her today if she has any regrets on her decisions, she would laugh out loud without hesitation and say, heck no. He then urged the men in the graduating class to be unapologetic in your masculinity, fighting against the cultural emasculation of men. I'm gonna start on that last part first. I'm gonna start on that last part first. Look around. What do you see when it comes to men? What are the men that's being propped up in the media today? Especially the black men. The effeminate ones, the overly emotional ones, the ones that's fighting in the streets, the ones that's getting mad over stepping on shoes, who said what to who, see me outside, all this bullshit. painted fingernails, wigs, switching, wearing women's clothes, wearing skirts, wearing dresses, wearing all that stuff. Men are being told that it's okay to be so emotional to a point that you cannot control yourself. All that goes under the guise of emasculation. So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with him saying fight it? Fight it. You are not what people in large in the media is trying to make you out to be. You are not around here painting your nails, wearing wigs, doing all this crazy stuff that is not becoming of a man. I am so sick and tired of this thing to where if you want to show what a man is or you want to walk in your masculinity, you are either toxic, you are insecure, or all this BS. And you know what's funny? The people who are applauding the emasculation of the man is the woman. But the first time you step out of line, they calling you every sexual epithet they can. Every bad name they can, they're calling you. But they're clapping for you at the same time. Now, I know this may hurt some people's feelings. This may be controversial or whatever the case would be. But again, the name of the name of the title of this episode is Real Talk. And real talk is men, we got to man up, quote unquote. I didn't say be toxic. I didn't say go out here and hit women and push men and shoot and rob and hurt each other and just be toxic for no reason. No, I mean man up. I mean, why? I'm going to start small. Why is your woman bringing groceries in the house? Why is your woman lifting anything heavy with you around? Why is your woman having to fill up her gas tank? Why is your woman having to clean out her car? Why is your woman's tires flat? Why is the maintenance on it behind? The little stuff. Now, I ain't even gonna get into if somebody's openly disrespecting your woman. But these are some of the things that Harrison Butker, and I'm just gonna talk for me, these are some of the things that I see on social media. Men are scared to say, hey, I ain't down with that. You have this nail painted movement with men. Do you? But me? No, men don't paint their nails. But what about rock stars? That's entertainment. That's an art. Whatever. But if I walk downstairs right now with my nails painted, my wife would be like, what the hell is your problem? This is not what we do. If my wife has to give me a discussion on what men do, we have a problem. My daughter should not see my nails painted. But what if you're playing like beauty salon and all that stuff? Spare me, all right? How many of y'all are having tea parties with your daughters? Be honest. How many of you are playing a salon with your daughters? Be honest. Oh, but athletes and stuff are doing it. The best way to break down the foundational structure of what you are and who you could become is use celebrities. And I'm going to get into that a little bit later. But getting back to Harrison Butker, where did cancel culture get Harrison Butker? The highest paid kicker in the NFL. Y'all was writing think pieces. Y'all said the man was misogynistic. Y'all was asking other athletes about it, wanting them to crown him. Y'all wanted the Chiefs to drop him. Y'all wanted the Chiefs to condemn him. You wanted the same Kansas City Chiefs to condemn Harrison Butker, who also had Tyreek Hill on their team, who you know what he got. He got arrested for child abuse. I'm here to tell you, right or wrong, these are billion-dollar corporations. These are million-dollar athletes that help billionaires keep their billions. They are going to stand on money. You have a few teams and owners that, yes, they really do pay attention to how they are perceived? Yes. I'm not, yes, they are. But they're very few in between. At the end of the day, it's all about entertainment. Harrison Butker is one of the elite kickers in the NFL. And if that's the difference between them and the Super Bowl, they're going to choose Harrison Butker 100% of the time. So for that whatever, to get on here and, first of all, he wasn't accurate with his facts when he said Harrison Butker not even a good kicker. Lied. Google is 30 seconds, my friend. You don't give somebody the highest paid contract if they suck. You may disagree with it, but you don't give them that kind of money if they suck. And then you didn't even say what he said. It took me 3 seconds to pull up the actual quotes. So your whole video was based on emotion. And I'm here to break it down to you. Some women do like being mothers. Some women do like being domestic engineers, as they used to call it back in the day. Some women like to work. Some women don't want to be a wife or a mother. And that's fine too. What Harrison Butker was saying is, you don't have to get out here and bust your hump and prove all this stuff when you could just walk in your rights to also be a mother and be a wife, as much as be out here being a boss bitch and all that stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. My wife works very hard. My wife makes a whole shit ton of money. But you know what she loves more than anything else? Being a wife and being a mother. So what's wrong with that? Y'all trying to condemn that man because he picked somebody that loves to be a mother and a wife? That's crazy. If you want to go out here and work 30 hours a day and work on a construction site, go do it. Go be a boss bitch. But when that biological clock is ticking, when it's time to settle down and you're ran down and your liver shut down from drinking all the wine, from all the lonely nights and all that bullshit, so be it. And like somebody said in the comment section, you could be a boss bitch as a mother. You could be a boss bitch as a wife. Look at the people that, if you ask anybody around me that's met me and met my wife, my wife, man, she has this house running like a ship, like a strong ship. And it's nothing wrong with that. Now, when it comes to stuff where I, as a man, has to step in at, I do what I have to do. And that's fine. But y'all acting like Harrison Butker told men to go out here, put on a white t-shirt, put on a white beater, put a stain on it, and beat your wives. And beat your woman if she don't want to get on her hands and knees to give you a beer. He said nothing like that. So now that we got that guy out the way, I want to show you how somebody else handled it. Let me show you how another man handled it.
So, do we have a deal?
We have a deal.
Woo! Man, I'm excited. Let's get to work. But not everybody should get to work.
Harrison.
Maybe the men should get to work and the woman should...
Harrison, stop.
Oh, what?
This, man. Come on. We talked about this. We're not doing this.
I didn't even finish the sentence.
Were you going to say something controversial again?
I was... Maybe.
See, that's why you got to stop, okay?
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. That was in the past. New beginnings.
Okay, we have the cheerleaders here to congratulate you.
Great. Wonderful. So, how many of you ladies wanted to be a mother growing up?
Harrison, stop.
Why? It was a fair question.
It was a Harrison.
We talked. Seriously?
This is literally what we talked about.
Okay. I'll just keep kicking the ball.
Perfect.
You know? Just like we should get the ball rolling on the gender discrepancy.
Do you even know what you're saying? That made no sense.
This is ridiculous.
Dude, right.
This is ridiculous. You know
what? The ink's not dry, bro.
I'm not gonna go there. Not gonna go there. I'm excited. I'm very excited to continue to be a chief.
Us too.
Chief off the field, chief on the field, and a chief in the house.
Let's get out of here, bro.
Fine!
Come on,
I'm
get out
sorry!
of here. Go.
So I like that video because that shows that people still have a sense of humor on things, and it's more of that. If you want to think of the Harrison Butker situation to close it, to sum it up, it's more about that video than it is anything else. The Chiefs are going to tolerate what they're going to tolerate depending on how good you are. The same with a lot of sports, a lot of jobs. If you're good at what you do, they're going to look at things a lot differently. So that's my take on that. And we'll be right back after this next message. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. Okay, this next one is about culture. We're going to get into our culture segment, and it's about everybody's favorite, I guess you want to call her woman, Jezebel 304, whatever you want to call it. But this is Brittney Griner and her whole rehab. Well, everybody's favorite 304, Brittney Griner, has reportedly entered a new chapter in her life or found religion. My question is, with her past, is anybody buying it? Can people really change? Can a woman recalibrate the mileage on her body? I know body count conversations are so last year, but with the emergence of Pop My Balloon style dating shows and The Bachelorette and all that stuff, it seems apparent that the resume of women still matters more than men, fair or unfair. Let's take a listen.
First of all, hi. So I'm currently cleaning house, out with the old, in with the new, manifesting a new wardrobe, inshallah. I have no idea how this is gonna look. I have contractual obligations, clothes to wear, posts to do, bills that have to be paid, and, showing up the best I can, right? Because I know that it's not gonna be perfect. I know that people may have a gripe. I mean, my arms are out, right? First of all, it's hot, and then I sweat like a puddle under my armpits. Not an excuse, but looking into Botox under my arms and finding clothes that are more aligned with where I'm headed, even if it's not to the book perfect. That's what this is all about for me, is I'm just gonna show up and give my best, and every day my best gets better.
All right, that was Brittney Griner. She's apparently entering another chapter in her life, and she's asking for grace. She's asking for grace. She's asking for the for people to be patient with her, but she's also saying it's a work in progress for herself, because you heard her. She said she has obligations. She has clothes to wear. Meaning, like, a lot of, like, for those who don't know, she's a former athlete. She's in shape, and people pay her to wear certain type of clothing. Now, I'm just going to assume from that she's walking in her Islamic faith. And as you know, showing, like she said, some people may be mad that she's showing her arm. But people don't know is she recently, well, not recently, but she had a baby with PJ Washington. She's been with Colin Kaepernick. She's been with a lot of athletes, a lot of entertainers. She's been very open about it. My question is, who's going to give her this grace? Like, who is she talking to? Is she talking to herself? Is she talking to the fans? Is she talking to the people in her new chapters community? Like, what is she talking about? And to fellas going forward, you know Brittney Griner from her quote unquote skills in the bedroom and what she can do for you. So if they're expecting, you know, the for you to put out and for you to do the things that you've done to others in the past and that they've heard about, this is where your resume comes in. This is where your resume comes to bite you. Because if you were known as this super virtuous woman that's, hey, it takes a while, you can't, I'm not just gonna sleep with anybody, then people would walk accordingly. People will perceive you accordingly. But since they now know of that other part of your life, it's coming back to haunt you. And this goes into my conversation of, is it fair or is it unfair that body count matters when it comes to a woman? And in my opinion, it's very fair. It's very fair because yes, men will sleep and do whatever and walk around like dogs in heat and stuff like that. But as you can see, when it is really time to settle down, and I ain't talking about athletes and entertainers because they're in a whole different spectrum. Like as you can see, Cardi B and Offset, they could be together and be doing other stuff and all that other extra stuff and swinging and all that bullshit and tolerate that shit. I'm talking about ordinary Joe, ordinary Mary and Joe. When it comes to being married and stuff like that, the past of your woman, it matters. It matters. Like I mean, I can't lie to you. It feels good to know that when you marry somebody, you ain't got people coming out the woodwork saying she's oh yeah, she was superhead, or she's the hot tour, or she oh yeah, does she do that whirlwind with you? Does she do the twirl twix and all this other shit? They got nicknames for your girl. Like that shit matters. That's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. Can't wife a stripper. I love her. Well, so did everybody else in the club with $100 bills. Again, this is real talk. This is me talking. This is how I feel. It matters. And if you talk to a lot of women, the women I know, the women I grew up with, the women that raised me, it matters. They tell me all the time. They used to tell me when I was growing up, get you a woman that has respect for herself, because if she has respect for herself, she will have respect for you. And I know what y'all about to say. Just because I like to sleep around don't mean I don't have respect for myself. Get that little Kim pussy power era shit away from me. Far away from me. I don't want to hear it. Because some of your favorites, at the end of the day, they may project a certain issue, a certain image, but when it comes time to getting married, they are very much traditional. If they believed all the shit in their rounds about pussy this, pussy that, my man like me to be with another woman, my man loves me to get him another woman to pull another boss bitch in the bedroom, blah, blah. Why do they get upset when you actually do it? Why do they get upset when you cheat time and time again? Because it matters. And you know what? You call women that say have respect for yourself pick-me's, but you know what is a pick-me? The woman that says, yes, I have to giving my man an extra woman in the bedroom and all that stuff, that's good. I'm not insecure. Why ain't that a being a pick-me? Why ain't you sleeping all around being a pick-me? You giving the men what they want. Remember, pick-me is what you call when a woman is pandering to a man. If a woman is sleeping with every man and giving a man her body, why isn't that a pick-me? Interesting. It's only a pick-me. You're only a pick-me when you are kind of defending what men want in a good way. Like men want a respectful woman. But if men want a woman respectful in a bad way, which is, hey, be careful with your body. Don't be giving your body to any and everybody. Now you're a pick-me. Well, Brittney Griner, I have no ill will towards you. I wish you luck. I will say this: if somebody is struggling with getting the bag versus walking in their new chapter, then there is some change there, because most people they're not going to give up the bag. So if she got to wear clothes and stuff like that, and she's walking in her and she's trying to walk in this new chapter, more power to her. But I'm not going to lie to you. If I see her 2 weeks from now back on the show cursing and screaming and trying to get with the next athlete or whatever it is, you can only follow the resume, right? Your resume has you as a promiscuous woman in these streets, and I guess it would be like another self-fulfilling prophecy if you go back to those streets. I mean, it is what it is, but I'm just telling you out there, ladies, like I know you want to get upset, but body count matters. It absolutely does. And you know it. Deep down, you know it. You know it. Because if it didn't matter, then some of you wouldn't be as selective as you are. Body count matters not only mentally, but physically. They got new shit out here that you can catch. They got shit that, like, every other commercial on the TV is about a new pill that can help detect shit less and all this other. Man, like, if you ain't gonna do it mentally, do it for yourself physically. You don't want to be out here with a continuous cough, sores on your mouth, and all extra kinds of shit. Gotta use plastic utensils, all that other extra shit. Do it for yourself if you ain't gonna do it for anybody else. Because I'm telling you, when it comes time when you do meet that man, or that's for someone that that you really do like, because it happens. You meet somebody that you really do like, but he knows your reputation, and he like, man, she probably gonna be like fun, but I can't sit up and say vows, because men, you know what we do. We gonna be like, man, I can't. How you gonna? What 401k is off the pole? Like, how do you do that? And that's just how it is. So, women, it does matter. Your body count does matter. Brittney Griner, more power to you. I hope you're serious about your faith, and I know it's not going to be flawless or perfect, but as long as you're striving to be better each and every day, I don't think nobody should have an issue with it. But they're gonna let them jokes off. This is when you're going to show your real resiliency and your real strength, because everybody's going to continuously remind you. Everybody is going to continuously remind you about what you used to do in the past. That's just the way it is. And we'll be back after this next message.
Summer is here. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com. We got all of your summer needs covered. From bathing suits to swim trunks, flip-flops and tote bags, towels, tanks, and muscle shirts. Oh, and you can't forget about the visors and the hats. It's lit. So head on over to ajsrantroom.com and get your summer poppin'. You won't be disappointed.
All right. Next stop, entertainment, which is and this, like, if y'all don't know, a lot of my show is I'm always going to have the great Malcolm X in my head, because he was so spot on with the whole entertainment industry, and how, especially in the Black community, we look to people in demonic frequencies, people who work in demonic spaces, to tailor our thoughts on things that really matter. And all I have to say is, Why do we even care what entertainers think? Recently, the RNC produced several jokes and political commentary in reference to the affiliations of Hulk Hogan, Dana White, and Kid Rock with Donald Trump. Recently, Kamala Harris held a concert or rally, depending on who you ask, in Atlanta with Meg Thee Stallion as the headliner. I noticed a lot of contradiction when I look across social media. When are we going to start seeing these celebrities for who they are? Take a listen.
Now I know my ladies in the crowd love their body. Real hot girl. And if you want to keep loving your body, you know who to go for. You know Lil Ju. Hey. Hey.
I want y'all to listen to this again. Listen to it again, and check out the two ladies in the back. I think it's either one white lady or light-skinned lady and a black lady. Check in the back of Meg Thee Stallion. Check this out.
Now I know my ladies in the crowd love their body. Real hot girl. And if you want to keep loving your body, you know who to go for. You know Lil Ju. Hey. Hey.
Now, did y'all see that? First of all, did you see the awkward silence? And pay attention to the two women in the back, because it looks like the white lady was like, what is happening? And the black lady had to lean over and let her know, I guess Meg's about to do one of her songs. They look like they honestly came, because the woman is holding the Kamala side. She looked like she honestly came to hear from Kamala. And she was like, what am I getting? Like, what is this? And I say all that to say this. This is what they think. This is what they think we are. Meg up there shaking those Ozempic cakes is supposed to help us out for the next 4 years going into this election. And the rhetoric behind, the fear mongering behind, if you want to keep your body, if you want to protect your body, you know who to vote for. Like, you can do what you want. If you want to sleep around, you want to do all that extra stuff, you can do that. Nobody's saying you can't do that. But when you're showing up and asking for the medical professionals to fix your bad decisions, people have a problem with that. That's all that is. It's not simple. But what you got is, you got these entertainers who we like to hang our hats on. Like, like Hulk Hogan, Dana White, Kid Rock, and all them. Great, they're up there. Great, phenomenal. Who cares? What are the issues? Meg Thee Stallion is up there, shaking her ass. Great, phenomenal. What are the issues? What do you mean? If you love your body, you know who to vote for. What does that mean, Meg? Stop the concert. Meg, can you answer? What does that mean? Again, this is what Malcolm X talking about. Political maturity. And I want to shout out Kai Cenat, who, even after Aiden Ross had Donald Trump on his stream, Kamala Harris and her staff reached out to Kai Cenat to be on his stream, and he turned it down. He said, I want nothing to do with politics. I want to stay in my lane. I want my followers to understand that what I do is for me. This is what I believe. I don't want them to be swayed any other way other than the research that they do upon themselves. I have no problem with that. If Aiden Ross would have did the same thing, I have no problem with that. What I have a problem with is when you're disingenuous. And that whole performance, to me, was disingenuous. Is it a rally? Is it a concert? What is it? Is it a convention? Is it to show off the Ozempic cakes? Like, what is it? What is it? And again, what are you telling our... First of all, hold on. Oh, this is so classic. This is so classic. Y'all pissed off at Harrison Butker for saying, ladies, it's okay to be a wife, to be a mother, to be virtuous in your standing. But you were mad at him, but you're okay for Meg to be singing Body Yaddy Yaddy and shaking her ass on stage, telling people it's okay to be promiscuous and not have consequences. And y'all are okay with that. The hypocrisy is phenomenal. It's a chef's kiss. Y'all mad at Harrison Butker for wanting women to protect their essence, protect their virtue, and to make better decisions. And to make decisions out of thought and not out of necessity. But yet you're okay with Meg saying, hey, yeah, body yaddy yaddy, sing pussy, 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 body yaddy yaddy, wet, 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 wet. Oh yeah, vote. What? These entertainers are out of control. And why would you want to listen to a puppet anyway? Because you know what I'm wondering? You know what I really wonder? If Donald Trump would have reached out to Meg Thee Stallion, what would have happened? If Meg's handlers would have said, hey, we got this campaign, we got this way to have you endorse Trump and make it powerful, and the hit won't be as much among your fan base, she would have done it. These people go to the highest bidder. Or they're so politically immature, they're like, sure, I'll endorse Kamala because she's a black woman and I'm a woman and I'm powerful and I want people to do this and do that. You know what's funny? Whenever Meg does anything, like whenever she does twerking or whatever, and people is like, is this all Meg has? In the comment section, you have people saying, oh, you need to throw graduate in front of that. You need to throw how many assisted living she's open. You need to throw business. You need to throw mogul in front of that, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? That's not what we see. All we see is body, yaddy, 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 and Ozempic cakes. If you want us to understand more about you, then if every time we see you is ass and titties, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to think? And that's what a lot of these entertainers. I get it. You build your base and your base is strong and you don't want to deviate from that base. And money is going to talk. Like somebody said, Meg's people would have lost her shit if she would have endorsed Donald Trump. But they're okay with her endorsing Kamala. Guess what? If your fans like you and they know what you stand on and they know who you are as a person, they may disagree with who you're endorsing, but they will understand it. And we're going to get into it later why a lot of these entertainers are for Donald Trump. Why a lot of people are for Donald Trump. And it's beyond identity politics. And with that being said, we'll be back again after this next message. All right, everybody, you know what time it is.
I said what I said.
Yeah, I did it right this time. Y'all don't understand. I always forget to do the damn graphic, so I'm happy. Damn it. I'm trying to do better. Episode 90, I'm trying to get it together. Well, listen, it's time for I'm Said What I Said, and it is titled, I'm Voting for Trump. So what? There has been this theme where people who vote for Trump have to explain themselves to others. And why? Guess what? You don't have to explain shit the same way if you're voting for Kamala, but my attention is to the people that feel the need to question me or others who vote for Trump. Mike Tyson said it best. Let them know, Mike.
I mean, that's a fact.
Whenever I had a Republican president, I made a lot of money.
That's true.
A lot of people say that. You know, whenever I had people say that. You know, I'm just gonna keep my opinions to myself. But anyway, if I'm voting for Trump, so what somebody's gonna do about it?
I don't think anybody. I mean, I'm gonna disagree with you.
Oh yeah, but I'm just talking about so what?
Yeah, does it make you feel weird that people?
So what?
Do people? Why is it people care about your opinion so much? Is that weird to you that people freak out about your opinions?
No, they believe I have a lot of followers, this and that. But this is my opinion. This is what I believe. Am I gonna say, yeah, man, let's go for cops killing niggas? No.
Right.
Okay, but if I like Donald Trump and I want to vote for him, I'm gonna do it. So what? What are you gonna do? Shoot me, beat me up?
No,
I don't
stop.
think so.
No, it's not. But I think that people.
You know what? I want to play that again. Listen to what Mike Tyson said again. In case people missed it because I played it too much. I want people to listen to it one more time. Listen to it.
I mean, that's a fact.
Whenever I had a Republican president, I made a lot of money.
That's true.
A lot of people say that.
You know, whenever
A lot of people say that.
You know, I'm just gonna keep my opinions to myself. But anyway, if I'm voting for Trump, so what somebody's gonna do about it?
I don't think anybody. I mean, I'm gonna disagree with you.
Oh yeah, but I'm just talking about so what?
Yeah, does it make you feel weird that people?
So what?
Do people? Why is it people care about your opinion so much? Is that weird to you that people freak out about your opinions?
No, they believe I have a lot of followers, this and that. But this is my opinion. This is what I believe. Am I gonna say, yeah, man, let's go for cops killing niggas? No.
Right.
Okay, but if I like Donald Trump and I want to vote for him, I'm gonna do it. So what? What are you gonna do? Shoot me, beat me up?
No,
I don't
stop.
think so.
No, it's not. But I think that people.
And there it is. For those who don't know, listen to what Mike Tyson said. I vote for Trump, so what? What are you going to do? You going to beat me up? You going to shoot me? You hit me? Ebro, no. You notice the energy is different with Mike Tyson for obvious reasons, but you notice this is what I'm saying. Bullies bully who they think they can bully. If that was like Kodak Black, or name some celebrity that's really not like controversial like that, or don't have the reputation of having them hands, what Ebro would have had a different temperament. Yes, he would have. I've seen it. Look how he's bucked up at artists that he think that he can buck up at. But when it came to Mike Tyson said, I'm going to vote for whoever the fuck I want to vote for. So what? I feel the same way, and a lot of my friends that are like me feel the same way. So what? So what? What are you going to do? You going to say something bad about me on social media? You're going to unfollow me? You're going to talk about me in your group clips, your group chats? So what? I'm so glad I found this clip. Thank you, Mike. And there's another clip that I just got sent earlier by my homie AJ, where Mike Tyson goes into detail why he's voting for somebody like Donald Trump. You know why? Because when he was accused, some say falsely accused of rape, guess who called him when he was at his darkest moment? When he was ripped off for $300 million, when he was broken. Guess who called him? Guess who gave him pointers? Guess who helped him out financially as well as emotionally to get back on his feet? Donald Trump. Again, all this identity bullshit and this shit y'all want to put on Donald Trump and others who people may support, you don't know the personal relationships or anybody's personal experiences with why they're doing what they're doing. He called Donald Trump his homie. Why? Because guess what? When he was broke and destitute, that's who reached out to him. Where was these quote unquote pro-black, super Donald Trump is racist people? How many of those stepped to Mike and said, Mike, I got you? By the way, Mike Tyson, who lost the majority of his money bringing up his homies, spending his money on others. You could have called him the MC Hammer of boxing. That's how Mike lost a lot of his money. So when I say who I'm voting for and you tell me for what, none of your goddamn business for what. Because I'm doing it. Now what? You still my friend? You still my follower? You still my mutual? Let me know. Or don't let me know. Because if I don't notice that you're not talking to me, then it probably doesn't fucking matter. It never mattered anyway. I'm so sick of this shit, y'all. And we only do it to each other. And we do it in front of the same people that you want to quote as quote unquote white supremacists. If we're arguing with each other and fighting with each other, they could just sit back and let us just do it to each other. They don't have to do shit. They don't have to put in no bills. They don't put in no legislation. They don't have to put no crack in the street. They don't have to put no drugs in the street. They can let us do it to each other mentally. It's worse to be enslaved mentally than it is physically. Physically, you can at least go around and do things still. Mentally, when you're enslaved, you can't do shit because you still think you lost. And I kick myself every single time when I think about how many times I have not expressed myself more because I was afraid that people would see me a certain way. But like Mike Tyson also said in that clip, because I vote for Trump, you think I'm also out here saying, yeah, cops kill more niggas, cops kill more niggas. No. And I'm going to trust the relationship that Mike Tyson has with him to know that Trump also doesn't stand for that. Come on, y'all. Y'all got it. This shit is so frustrating. Because I know you're smarter than that. I know you're smarter than that. The identity politics is bullshit. The same way Meg did her little concert and nobody's questioning her, why the fuck are you questioning Mike Tyson? Why is that even a question on that show? You see what I'm talking about? Nobody gets asked why they're voting for Kamala. No celebrity asks why they're getting vote. But if you got some Trump ties or you kind of leaning Trump way, hey man, why you vote for somebody like Trump? None of your business. I wish Tyson would have got up and slapped Ebro. And you notice how Rosenberg tried to change the subject. Why do you think people care? You heard Ebro. He was like, what you going to do about it? Well, me, I'm not going to do nothing. I'm going to disagree with you. That's the most you can do is disagree. And I'm surprised you even said you disagreed out loud. And Mike Tyson still said, and so what? You disagree, so what? What's the next question? And Peter tried to diffuse it. Again, social media, everywhere else, you bully who you think you can bully. No, my account ain't as big as it used to be because that one got clipped, my old Twitter account. But me and my 1.4K, and maybe a little bit after this, after people, I don't know why y'all, if y'all been following for a while, y'all should already know where I lean anyway. If you want to unfollow. I say that all the time. Just do it. I have no time for that shit. But what you will not do, and what I'm never going to do, I'm not going to justify who I'm voting for unless I feel like it. And that's in rare company. So all the, man, why you vote for Trump? What's he going to do for you? You might as well delete that shit because it ain't getting answered. I don't have to tell you shit. I'm 42 years old. The only person I have to answer to is God, my wife, and my kids. I damn sure ain't about to answer to y'all. the woman that gave me beautiful children and death do you part, she don't even ask me why I'm voting for Trump. You think I'm about to, man, get the, hey, Mike, we with you, Mike. Appreciate you, Mike. Even if you was voting for Kamala, Mike, I respect for you for saying, so what? And that goes for our side, too. If y'all want these useless ass conversations, y'all want to do it on your own time. It won't be done on my platform. Because me and the people close to me, we're done. We're done. We ain't explaining shit to y'all. Like y'all the fucking IRS or some shit. Like we got to explain to y'all why the fuck we voting. Why we voting. Look at my shirt. It says select your party. Republican, Democrat, and pizza is checked. I feel like I'm 50% pizza right now. But it's getting lower. We'll be back after this next message.
Summer is here. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com. We got all of your summer needs covered. From bathing suits to swim trunks, flip-flops and tote bags, towels, tanks, and muscle shirts. Oh, and you can't forget about the visors and the hats. It's lit. So head on over to ajsrantroom.com and get your summer poppin'. You won't be disappointed.
Get your summer poppin'. Was that an alto? No, but hey, y'all know what time it is.
Pause. Knows he can have it. Pause. You see what I do when I got the rock. Pause.
Let me just put this in real quick.
This is Danny, by the way.
Y'all see what I do when I got the rock. Pause. Hey, but it's time for Ayo Pause. Ayo Pause, that segment where I find a clip where somebody says something and somebody got to say pause. And women, I got to call you out, women. Y'all slipping. And y'all been going unchecked too long. Women have been going unscathed. It's always men catching the Ayo Pause strays. But we got to start calling these women out too. Take a listen.
It's 65 hot dogs. You better win some money.
And I mean a pretty penny. Because if I'm shoving all them wieners down me like that, I'm leaving here with something. Coming up after the break.
One more time.
It's 65 hot dogs. You better win some money.
And I mean a pretty penny. Because if I'm shoving all them wieners down me like that, I'm leaving here with something. Coming up after the break.
If I'm shoving all those wieners down me like that, I'm leaving here with something. Ayo! And you know what's the funny part? The people in the comment section was like, she got a gap, so she meant it. Y'all ain't gonna, not too much on people with gaps. Not too much on people with gaps. We not about to do that. But what, sister, what would possess you to say that? If I'm shoving all them wieners down me like that, I'm leaving with something. Homegirl to her left, my right, or your right, my left, she was like, girl, you know we gonna be on the internet now, right? You know we gonna be on Real Time with Prince Blue, Ayo Pause for that shit. But why would you, first of all, why would you say wiener? Why would you say shove? Why do you just say, yo, if I'm gonna eat that amount of food, I'm leaving here with something? She said, if I'm gonna shove all them wieners down me like that, I'm leaving here with something. Girl, you are the Ayo Pause recipient of the week. And I'm pretty sure your DMs was lit. You said 59 wieners? You know what? Nah, women gonna catch these Ayo pauses because they, you know, they get to say stuff and they be like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. You meant that shit. She knew what she was saying. And you know how I knew she knew what she was saying? Because homegirl looked at her immediately like, girl. So, Ayo pause of the week, and we will be back again after this final message.
at ajsrantroom.com. We got the best bags and accessories, our beloved Black Series. We got fresh lids for you hat lovers, fire jackets and hoodies, and of course we got you covered on the t-shirts. So head on over to ajsrantroom.com and get to shopping. You won't be disappointed.
Okay, this one is going to be really, really controversial. And it's for me too. It's going to be for me too. So, check it out. Can fat people hate other fat people? Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. In the age of body positivity and fat shaming, are we committing assisted suicide? Take a look at this tub of high insurance.
I eat in a day as a 26-year-old on a calorie deficit. I went and visited my parents. They know I'm on a calorie deficit, so my mom made me half a bagel, eggs, and beans. I've never had eggs and beans on a bagel, but it was pretty good. Okay, after that, I was running errands, so I decided for lunch to go to Cane's. I ordered their 3-piece combo, but I decided to change the tenders for naked tenders. Everybody's been telling me that they taste pretty good, so I'm gonna give them a try. I honestly really like making my bread into a sandwich and putting the chicken in there with some Louisiana hot sauce and a little bit of the cane sauce. Absolutely tasty and delicious. You guys are right, the naked tenders are not bad. They do not taste 100% the same, but they are not bad. They're pretty good. I asked them for no fries, but I don't know what happened. They decided to do me dirty and put fries in there. I did have a couple of those. I did not finish them because I was not planning on having fries. And then as my drink, of course, I'm having a Diet Coke. Honestly, drinking Diet Coke has probably saved me thousands of calories over this past month. I really did not feel like cooking today. I already know I'm going to hear it, but for dinner, we're having Subway. I ordered the ultimate BMT, and then I added cucumber and mustard. This sandwich is literally so delicious. I'm obsessed. Right, thanks for coming along.
Okay. I want y'all to know she said her total calorie consumption in those meals for that day was 1523. We're going to get to that. Okay. This content is littered all over social media, especially this creator. What I eat as it used to be what I eat as in the day in the life of a 26-year-old. Then it changed to caloric deficit. She said she ate 1,500 calories, yo. And of course, you know, people in the comment section, they did the math. She was done with that caloric deficit when she was done with the canes. And I don't know if y'all noticed, did y'all see her eyes roll in the back of her head when she drank a Diet Coke? That's diabolical. Diet Coke it has no sugar. But her mind is so fucking like diluted, like her eyes roll in the back of her head when she eats. And the fact that she's lying, that's not 1,500 calories, baby. And the reason why I can say that is because I've been there when I be calculating shit and I'll be lying to myself. Don't be counting the sauces. Don't be counting the 3 fries that found their way in the container. The sauces. I know an addict when I see one. I was one. Still a recovering one. And the people in the comment section that says, girl, you so pretty. Look at your nails. Don't let them get you down. I hate this. And women, I'm going to come for you again. And I want one day I want a woman to come on with me and explain to me, why do y'all do this to each other? I've heard everything from, well, it costs nothing to be nice. There's a difference between being nice and being malicious, disingenuous, and evil. Like, why do we do this? Like, if you see something is wrong, it's nothing wrong with calling it out. I'm not saying be rude and say Free Willy, call her a whale, tell her you can't see her neck or her ears. I ain't saying do that. But this is crazy. Like, your eyes roll in the back of your head of a Diet Coke is nasty work. But Keisha said I'm way too honest for that. No, we need that, Keisha. And let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna open up the curtain a little bit behind the scenes. I let my 2 bestest friends know that I'm on a journey to get myself right, to get myself together. Nobody holds me accountable more than them two. If I was to show you our text messages, our voice memos, or you was just to know how we talk to each other, there is no way they will allow me to do that on the internet. There is no way they will allow me, they will sit by and let me kill myself slowly. When I'm like, hey, I'm about to go get something to eat, they're like, what you eating? What's to eat? And if I say something that's off, they're like, oh, we ain't got no greens, no veggies, no nothing. Like you like being fat? Like, but this is what sometimes people need to hear. So look, man, like, and you making money from that? People who pay people to watch people eat, that's crazy. That is vicious work. But homegirl, you need to get your shit together and stop lying. Caloric deficit where? A deficit means you're doing more than you're putting in. So, and there we go. And that is it, yo. Just a little bit over, 10 minutes over, but I appreciate that. Listen, again, Tropical Storm Debbie is here, is hitting everybody. Please let everybody make sure you check on your loved ones if they're in an area that's going to get hit by it. Make sure you check on your loved ones. Make sure you're safe. Make sure you're good. I will see y'all next week, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. But I appreciate everybody. This was episode 90, and I hope some of you got something out of it. Again, like and subscribe. The audio podcast is available. It will be available shortly. And everybody, please take care of yourself. And so what? Do what you want to do. So what? Who's going to stop you? Peace.
Real time, yeah.